Zionists come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and ethnicities, but there's one thing they all have in common: racism. Liberal Zionists are particularly shameless because they will play in your face and tell you that they actually support Palestinians. Sometimes they'll even sound normal. But the only difference between a right-wing Zionist and a liberal Zionist is hypocrisy. When a vote on an amendment came on the House floor that would have stripped $500 million from the apartheid state's Iron Dome system, liberal Zionists dum-dum panicked. Iron Dome bad is one of the dumber takes from the left, to be honest, not only because it endorses targeting civilians, historically mostly working-class Israelis of color. Excuse me? Excuse me, sir? Are you being for real? Be so fucking for real. This shamelessness is what makes liberal Zionists even more annoying than their overtly fascist counterparts. They're both equally fascist, but the former group likes to cloak itself in the pretense of virtue, reason, and human rights, all while denying Palestinians equality and freedom. A Good Samaritan replied to Dum Dum, saying, "The morally correct thing for Israel to do is to begin to dismantle itself as a Jewish supremacist entity, hold truth and reconciliation hearings, and allow the Palestinian refugee diaspora worldwide to return to the homeland they were forced away from." Timmy Dum Dum replied, saying, "Uh-huh, and how likely is that to happen?" You see, equality is just too unlikely, according to Dimmy Dum Dum, so you, conscious people of the world with a heart and soul, have to give that up and subscribe to his version of polite ethnic supremacy. Our next shameless offender is Jeffrey Sachs, who bears an eerie resemblance to Postman Pat. Every few months, most recently in October, Jeffrey Sachs publishes a new editorial in Common Dreams or The Nation or Al Jazeera or wherever, saying his solution is to disarm Hamas and have a Palestinian Bantustan next to the apartheid state.
Since 1967, there has been a broad consensus that there should be two states living side by side in peace. And it is also indicated that the two-state solution should be implemented on the 4th of June, 1967 borders. This, I think, is the proper outcome to this conflict. There are two groups. They are irreconcilable in terms of their own negotiations, but they can be pressed, actually forced to live side by side in peace by the world community. And that's what I personally recommend doing. There need to be two states. They don't have to like each other. They need to be separated from each other. But my recommendation in the Security Council was and is immediately recognize the state of Palestine as the 194th UN member state on the 4th of June, 1967 borders. And to the Palestinians and the rejectionists, there are many on the other side also, we're going to have two states. They're going to be separated by peacekeepers. They're going to live in security. Whether they ever talk to each other in the next generation, that's not going to be decided right away, but they're going to be two states.
Sachs wants to rebrand Zionism under what he calls a decolonial peace plan. Truly outrageous framing, but to be expected from a Zionist. Sharing with Al Jazeera his 20-point peace plan. Number 1. Palestine and the apartheid state will be terror-free countries that do not pose a threat to their neighbors. You know where this is going. Number 6. Once all hostages are returned, Hamas members who commit to peaceful coexistence and to decommission their weapons will be given amnesty. Number 9. Palestine and Gaza, as an integral part of it, will be governed by the PA. Number 13. Hamas and other factions will have no role in governance. All military and terror infrastructure will be dismantled and decommissioned, verified by independent monitors. Number 14. Regional partners will guarantee that Hamas and other factions comply, ensuring that Gaza poses no threat to its neighbors or its own people. You get the point. What Jeffrey Sachs is pushing for is Zionism, the continued supremacy of one religion over another in historical Palestine, the very antithesis to democracy, equality, and justice that is an existential threat to Zionism and capitalist interest in West Asia. Which brings me to my last liberal Zionist of the day, Sellout Sanders. Here's how he answered when he was asked if he would support a free and equal Palestine from the river to the sea.
Polls among Palestinians in the occupied West Bank and Gaza are showing that they're increasingly in favor of a one-state solution with equal rights for Israelis and Palestinians alike and equal citizenship. Is that something you believe could happen, or is that something you support?
No, I don't. I mean, I think if that happens, then that would be the end of the state of Israel. And I support Israel's right to exist.
You need to leave! It's disgusting!
Equality would be the end of the state of Israel, so Bernie supports inequality. There's nothing liberal or progressive about this, no matter how much you dress it up with supporting Medicare for all or a higher minimum wage. Liberal Zionists think they can wash away supremacy, genocide, and ethnic cleansing through platitudes like supporting a Palestinian Bantustan's right to self-determination. But people aren't stupid. All Zionism is racism. All Zionism is inequality. And liberal Zionists have a choice to make. They can either stay as the racist hypocrites they are, or join us in supporting the full right of return of all Palestinian refugees and their descendants, and full equal rights under a free and democratic Palestine, from the river to the sea.